Now to get some responses to our question of the day, which was, what would make you make the switch to an electric vehicle? Show of hands here. Any EV owners?
No.
I wish.
Yeah, not yet. Stephanie Haney's here. With that, Stephanie, what are folks saying?
Well, you know, it was a lot about the money for people, which
Yeah.
is a huge surprise when we asked the question, what would make you switch to an electric vehicle? That was the question we asked on our Facebook page and in our 3 News in the Afternoon group today. So if we're able to bring that up, we can get those responses from our tag board site. This one from Aline says, when costs come down. That was a refrain that we saw a lot. And then our next response that we have, if we can bring it up, is from the WKYC 3 News in the Afternoon Facebook group. We have a full screen graphic of that. It's from Linda Marie, and she said the lower cost of license plates was important to her. But let's go back to the questions from the Facebook page and the responses there. You know, there's a tax rebate on used electric vehicles. It's $4,000 if you buy something $25,000 or cheaper. One person had said they'd like to see that cap go up to $50,000. This one from Jeremiah says he would buy a hybrid, but not all electric because the batteries cost too much. It's not practical in rural America. That kind of speaks to wanting those electric charging stations in different places. If we go to our next comment, we've got Mark who's saying that the technology and the infrastructure have to improve for him. Still too primitive, not enough support there to make it feasible for Mark. Our next response comes from John who says he needs the charge time to be shorter and the range on a full charge to be longer. So those were kind of the range of the options that we got there. You know, I would love to be able to go electric. I think that would be fantastic.
You know, it's funny, those are a lot of the same things that I hear just from everyday people. The big one is the cost, is initially as a barrier to entry. You know, they're not cheap, and I know that if there was probably a tax incentive on higher priced vehicles, who's going to buy an electric vehicle under $25,000?
Right, that really does. It's only for the used vehicles too. And I did find out in researching this, you can only get that for a used vehicle once in the vehicle's life. So only the first used buyer, if it sells again, you can't get that rebate on that vehicle.
Yeah,
Really?
and odds are by then they're going to need a new battery, and in some of these models, the batteries alone can be 5 figures.
And what about our climate too? In the colder weather, I mean, the batteries are said to not be have such a range.
Yeah, that's
in the colder
interesting.
weather.
Yeah, did anybody say that, Steph? Because
Well,
that's a good point.
That didn't get brought up, but what did get brought up was the recycling aspect,
That's
because
what I
these
was thinking.
electric vehicle batteries, you know, there's an issue with what do you do with them when that vehicle's no longer usable.
Yeah, so
Right.
you maybe solve one problem by creating others. And then there's the infrastructure. You know, can our electrical infrastructure grid handle it if all of us had electric vehicles to charge?
There are a lot of experts that say
Lot of
no way.
unknowns.
There's no way that we have the electrical infrastructure to support this.
Yeah. Stephanie, thank you.
Thanks, Steph.